Absolutely. Below is the hook and section I of your facile asterisk. He didn't come back the same man who left. Asterisk, the war took something from Spencer Dutton. Maybe it was his peace. Maybe it was his soul. But when his boots hit Montana soil again, he knew one thing for sure: the fight wasn't over. It had just changed its name. Asterisk, wide shot of rolling plains under a gray sky. Wind sweeps across tall yellow grass. The land looks beautiful, but tired, like it remembers too much. Asterisk cut 2. An old train screeches to a halt at a small Montana station. A single figure steps off: Spencer Dutton. He's in his mid-30s, broad shoulders, cold eyes, a stitched duffel in one hand, a folded American flag in the other. The station is nearly empty. One old man nods at him. Spencer doesn't. Nod back, voiceover, deep, slow. They sent him to kill men he didn't know, in a country he couldn't name. Now he's home. But home ain't what it used to be. Cut 2, black and white flashbacks of war. Spencer running through smoke, sandbags, screaming, gunfire. A close-up of his bloodied face. A fellow soldier grabs his shoulder and screams something we can't hear. Then silence. Back to present. Spencer walks alone through the town. People glance at him, but no one speaks. He walks past a church, then a bar. The place hasn't changed much, but he has. Voiceover, every man carries something back from war. Some carry medals, some carry scars. Spencer carried silence. Cut 2, a letter in Spencer's hands. Torn at the edges, the Dutton Ranch letterhead, his brother's name at the bottom. The message is short, just 5 words. We need you. Come home. Cut 2, he climbs into an old truck and drives through open land. Mountains in the distance, trees stripped bare. As he drives, we see fragments of what he's returning to. A ranch house with broken windows, cattle left. Wandering, a rusted Dutton sign swinging in the wind. Voiceover. Asterisk, he left the war behind. But the war found a new name. It was written in dirt, blood, and the Dutton name. Cut 2, Spencer stands at a grave marked with a wooden cross. No words are spoken, just the sound of wind and the slow creak of leather as he kneels. Asterisk, the screen fades to black. Asterisk, lightning cracks over the Montana hills. A hawk screams across the sky. Rain hasn't touched this land in weeks, but thunder still rolls like a warning. Cut 2, an old ranch gate creaks open. Spencer Dutton steps through it alone. He doesn't pause, doesn't flinch. His coat is dust-covered, collar turned up. There's a stillness in the air, like even the land is holding its breath. Asterisk, voice over low. With grit, asterisk, he thought he knew this land. Thought he could come back and pick up the pieces. But Yellowstone don't wait for broken men to catch up. Cut 2. Spencer walking past half-buried fence posts and a dry cattle trough. A horse limps in the background. The ranch house, once proud, now sags under years of silence. Shutters hang loose. The paint's all but gone. Asterisk, inside, the rooms are cold and empty. Dust dances in sunbeams that cut through shattered windows. Spencer drops his bag by the front door like he might not stay long. Voiceover, he wasn't the only thing that changed. The land changed with him, and the ghosts were still here waiting. Cut 2, a family photograph on the mantle. Young Spencer, his brother John, and their father. Spencer picks it up, stares, then turns it face down. Behind him, a clock ticks louder than it should. Quick shots follow. Spencer chopping wood with too much force, asterisk. A horse refusing to let him saddle it, asterisk. Him sleeping on the porch instead of the bed inside. Voiceover. Some men come home to heal. Others come home because they've got nowhere else to go. Cut 2, a neighbor, older rancher, rides up on horseback. He doesn't dismount, just watches Spencer in silence. Didn't think you'd come back, he says. Spencer doesn't look up from the dirt. Didn't think I'd have to. He replies. The man nods, rides off without a word. Spencer stares after him. Voiceover. Montana doesn't forget who you were. It just waits to see what kind of man you'll become when the dust finally settles. Cut 2, Spencer opens the barn door. The inside is dark. He lights a match. In that flicker of orange light, we see what's left. An old saddle, a blood-stained rag, and a shotgun leaning against the wall. Close up Spencer's face. Hardened, scarred, unshaken. Cut to black, open on a dying calf. Alone in the field. Asterisk, flies buzz around its body. Its mother paces nearby, restless. No one's come to bury it. No one's come to claim it. Cut 2, Spencer watches from a distance, arms crossed. He doesn't move to help. Not because he doesn't care, but because it's not the first dead thing he's seen this week. Asterisk, voiceover stern. Deliberate, asterisk once. The Dutton name meant something. Men tipped their hats. Land bowed under their boots. But legacies don't die all at once. They rot from the inside. Cut to a local bar, not the kind with piano music and small talk. This one smells like sweat and regret. Inside, a new land buyer, clean boots, crisp shirt, is buying drinks for the locals. Laughs carry across the room. Asterisk, Spencer walks. In silence follows. Asterisk, the man looks at him, smug. Didn't think anyone from that ranch still had a pulse. Asterisk, Spencer says nothing. Just pours his own drink and leaves cash on the counter. Asterisk, outside. A rusted sign for Dutton Ranch, established 1886, is riddled with bullet holes. Asterisk, voiceover. Asterisk, the ranch was falling apart. Fences down, water rights stolen, cattle missing, and no one cared because no one feared the Duttons anymore. Cut 2. Quick shots, oil men shaking hands in an office. Dutton cattle branded with a rival mark. A sheriff looking away as ranch hands beg for help inside the Dutton house. Spencer stands at the kitchen table. Old ledgers are spread. Out debts, back taxes, names he doesn't recognize. He circles one name in red ink. Who's Baxter Creed? He asks. Asterisk, a quiet voice answers behind him. It's his sister-in-law Rachel, holding a shotgun. Asterisk, the man trying to buy our land or bury it. Cut 2. A town meeting. Locals argue. Spencer speaks from the back. Asterisk, you sell this land, you'll never get it back. Not in this lifetime. Not in the next. Asterisk, someone laughs. You think you're still a Dutton? You left. Asterisk, Spencer's eyes harden. I came back. Voiceover, legacies aren't handed down, they're bled for. And Spencer was ready to bleed. Cut 2. Spencer stands in a field at dawn, staring at the sunrise. A hawk flies overhead. Behind him, smoke rises from somewhere on the ranch. Asterisk, the war has a new name. And it's Yellowstone. Cut to black. Open on Spencer digging a grave. Asterisk, just after dawn, cold breath in the morning air. No music, no tears, just the sound of shovel hitting frozen earth. He doesn't say a prayer, doesn't mark the spot, just covers the body, presses the dirt down with his boot, and walks away. We never see who he buried. Voiceover, low, restrained. Asterisk, some men bring war home with them. Others are war, and there's nowhere left to send them. Cut 2. Spencer, sitting alone on the front porch, knife in hand, slowly carving wood, not to create, but just to keep his hands busy. A cigarette burns to ash between his fingers. Inside the house, voices rise in argument, something about selling off a piece of the ranch. He doesn't join them. He knows how that kind of talk ends. Cut 2. A horse bucks violently in the corral. No one can get near it. Spencer steps in, doesn't speak, doesn't flinch. The horse charges. He grabs the rope, lets it crash into him, then just holds on. Dust flies. His feet dig into the ground like roots. The horse eventually stops. He wins, not with violence, but by outlasting it. Voiceover. Asterisk, he was built for chaos. Forged in noise, but peace. Peace was the only thing that ever made him feel dangerous. Cut 2. Spencer fixing a fence line. Shotgun strapped to his back. Not for show, just habit. A pickup rolls up behind him. A man steps out. Clean boots, big mouth. He calls Spencer a relic. Says the land belongs to the future now. Asterisk, Spencer doesn't argue. He just keeps hammering. Asterisk, the man spits in the dirt. Don't think silence makes you righteous. Asterisk, Spencer finally looks up. His voice is cold. Don't think talking makes you strong. Cut 2. Spencer in the barn at night. He's reassembling a disassembled rifle by lantern light, eyes never blinking, hands steady. Each click echoes like thunder in the stillness. Flashbacks, intercut, enemy. Soldiers surrounding him overseas, his hand trembling with a lighter, his squadmate screaming his name in the jungle. Voiceover. You can take a man out of war, but the war don't always return the favor. Cut 2. He walks into the sheriff's office, places a rifle on the desk. Asterisk, I won't shoot first, he says, but I won't be second. Asterisk, sheriff sighs. You aiming to clean up this county or burn it down? Asterisk, Spencer meets his eyes. Whichever works faster. Cut 2. Final shot. Spencer walking down the main street of town as clouds gather overhead. Every step is slow, but certain. Doors close. Shades pulled down. He's not a hero. He's something older than that. Something the land still remembers. Asterisk, cut to black. Asterisk, asterisk.